Yes, I am.
With studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school softball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. Now to the diamond for high school softball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And we're at Wallace Park in Louisiana. EMO matchup this Tuesday afternoon as the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, fresh off their second place appearance in the Ellsbury tournament over the weekend, take on the Wright City Wildcats. Should be a good one. We'll talk about it when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer at People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Wallace Park in Louisiana. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram, getting ready for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the Wright City Lady Wildcats, and probably one of the best weekends in Louisiana softball over the past few years happened over this weekend when they played in the Ellsbury tournament.
Yes, they had a fantastic weekend. They picked up two big wins back-to-back, so they picked up a 9-0 win over Union, and that was the number 2 seed in the tournament, so knocking them out pretty quick, and then moved on and had a come-from-behind win over Montgomery County, and that was 5-4, and they advanced to the championship. They ultimately fell to Clopton, which Clopton is a very, very good team this year, a tough EMO conference team, and they fell to Clopton 9-0 in the championship, but they made it to the championship, which is a lot for that ball club, and they got a second-place finish, and they showed a lot of fight this past weekend.
And they had a spurt like this last year, got them a couple of wins back-to-back. It's time to turn that spurt into an extended run and put together some wins. They're 4-5. They're right at that 500 mark, just a game below right now. It's time for this program to turn the corner.
Yeah, and what we saw this past weekend is their bats came alive, their defense was working. We had some freshman pitchers that came in this year, and Maddie Chandler and Reese Womack, and so having them come in, you have all of those pieces to have those wins come together, and you have consecutive wins that come when you have all of the pieces, and when they're working, it can be a very successful year for them.
Yeah, they've kind of graduated from pieces to a team this year, and it's time to put the wins on the board for sure. That's an overview of this one. We'll check our keys to the game. Starting lineup still to come on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and Lynn's Heritage House.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And my key today, I think they can't dwell on the past, good or bad. They had a good weekend, but it ended with a 9-0 loss, and then they got shut out by Highland in their last game. So they can't think about the successes or the failures. They've just got to worry about Wright City.
Yeah, they have to worry about Wright City, and they also have to know that, you know, every day is a new day, as you mentioned. So they got to come together today. Things were a little shaky in warm-ups, and so you got to put that past you, and you got to make those plays on defense, and you have to swing the bat at the plate.
I miss Fred Ross, the head coach of the Wright City Wildcats. It is a very unique warm-up for the Wright City Lady Wildcats, but they seem like a loose bunch. Should be a good game here today. Those are our keys to the game. We'll check our starting lineups next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig Bowen CPA, Mid-River Asphalt of Troy, and Cuda Auto Repair.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354 or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups, first for the Wright City Lady Wildcats, they're coached by Fred Ross, assisted by Erica Hickson. They'll lead it off with the catcher, number 4, Paige Reese, then the shortstop, number 17, Lydia Clubb. Third baseman bats third, number 11, Emma Stantz. Then the first baseman in the cleanout spot, number 21, Sophia Wegrezen. Pitcher in the 5 spot, number 10, Emma Thomas. Then the center fielder, number 7, Tristan Moore. Batting 7th, the right fielder, number 13, Bailey Love. Then the left fielder, number 18, Tori Orff. Designated player bats 9th, number 22, Haley Swore. And flexing at second base is number 1, Olivia Mikas. The Louisiana Lady Bulldogs lineup, they're coached by Kelsey Calvin and assisted by Kristen Tucker. They'll lead it off with the shortstop, number 9, Katie Wallace. Then the left fielder, number 10, Ty Campbell. 3 spot belongs to the catcher, number 7, Emily Powell. Pitcher in the cleanup spot, number 33, Maddie Chandler. Batting 5th, the second baseman, number 44, Jordan Bayline. Then the third baseman, number 17, Allie Jenkins. Batting 7th, the right fielder, number 20, Reese Womack. Then the first baseman, number 8, Tessa DePriest. And finally, the number 9 spot belongs to the center fielder, number 15, Jalea Reese. So again, we'll repeat those as we get closer to game time. Time for the national anthem here. We'll take a break, come back with softball after this.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Craig's Truck and Tractor.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 6 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 2.79%. Stop in at any of their 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high interest rate CD or check them out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, quoted APY based on 24-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Let's set the defense for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs across the outfield. It's Ty Campbell in left, Jalea Reese in center, and Reese Womack is in right. Allie Jenkins, the third baseman, Katie Wallace at short. Jordan Bayline is the second baseman, Tessa DePriest over at first. Emily Powell behind the plate, and Maddie Chandler taking her warm-up tosses ahead of the first pitch of this ball game. Again, for Wright City, it's Reese, Club, Stats, Wegersen, Thomas, Moore, Love, Orff, and Swore in the batting order, with the flex at second base, Mikas. Perfect day for softball. I'm actually a little warm. I dressed for when the sun goes down here at Wallace Memorial Park. I don't know if we'll get to that point or not, but yeah. I chill easily, so I'd rather be a little warm right now.
We were talking this morning. Today is one of those days where you wake up, you need a sweatshirt, you need a jacket. By midday, you don't need that jacket anymore, but then later on, you're going to need it again. So you've prepared, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like to change on the fly. Brendan doesn't give us enough commercials between innings to have an outfit change, a whole costume change. So Paige Reese digs in. And the first pitch of this ball game from Maddie Chandler is fouled off for strike one.
That one's going to go a long ways back to the bus.
You can keep hitting that bus. Just keep it away from our cars, right?
Yeah.
0-1 to Reese. Not spelled the same as Jalea's. This one's grounded to the shortstop. Snow cone by Wallace. Throw is low and unable to dig it out is DePriest. And the leadoff batter is on for Wright City.
And she takes second base after DePriest kind of bobbles it at first base. A tough ball to dig out and gets past her, and Reese takes second.
So do you go E6 on the?
I go E6.
On the throw?
Mm-hmm.
And the leadoff batter not only on, but in scoring position. That brings in Lydia Club. Club with a double B at the end, and she takes the ball high. 1-0.
Maddie Chandler is a pitcher that we've seen this year, and she's going to get a lot of ground balls and some pop-ups. She's got a funky spin.
This one is popped up into left, and it'll make it out of play, I believe.
Campbell
kind of disappeared, yeah.
Yeah, made a good effort, but I think she ran into the fence.
and actually did stay on the field, but in foul territory. And the count goes to 1-1. Blocked by the home dugout on the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out and a runner at second. This one is popped up on the infield. Third baseman wants it. Allie Jenkins makes the catch for the first out, and the runner unable to advance.
First out of the day recorded by Jenkins.
And that'll bring in Emma Stats, the third baseman, and unfortunately I don't have any stats on her. And she hits it over the second baseman, and toward the gap, it'll score a run. RBI single for Stantz, and it's 1-0 in favor of the visitors.
It was a good route by Reese Womack in right field, especially for a freshman to know where that ball is going and to cut it off so it doesn't get to the fence.
And the score is Reese, and it's 1-0. That brings in Wegersen. And she takes a ball outside. Good movement across the zone on that pitch, but Wegersen laid off. The 1-0. In for a strike. Pretty good power pitch there.
A nice ground ball to get possibly a double play here, but get the Bulldogs out of the inning.
And the 1-1 offering is hit in the air. Moving on it is the left fielder, Campbell. She can't get to it. It goes to the wall. They're going to hold the runners at second and third, and it's a double for Wegersen. And they have brought their bats out today.
Yeah, and they're line drives, so they're squaring these balls up and getting the barrel to the ball.
That'll bring in Emma Thomas, the pitcher, number 5 hitter. As Chandler's run into trouble here in the top of the first, and she bunts, and it makes contact with her in the box for strike 1.
And sometimes, it's hard to settle in after an error as a pitcher. You know what happens after not getting that first out. But you got to recover, and that's something that comes with experience.
Bunt gets down, throw to first. They left the base early. Runner at home is safe. Runner at first is safe. Everybody's safe. There's runners at the corners, and it's 2-0.
So runner at first base is also questioning because it looks as though she may have been called out. Maybe? No? Okay.
Yeah, they're just calling for a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
She was pointing over at her coach at third base, throwing up like safe or out. So she was maybe a little confused herself, but
it was the right call by this umpiring crew.
Yeah. Bayline left the base very, very early. I don't think that the throw really moved her off the base. I think she was just more nervous about the run crossing the plate.
That's one where you got to pump fake that throw, get that runner off third. That pitch called a ball. 2-0. Lady Wildcats here in the top of the first, and they're not done yet. The batter is Tristan Moore, the center fielder. Bats from the left-hand side, wagging that bat. And the 1-0 pitch. Slapped it right into the glove of the first baseman, and she can't make it back to first to double off the runner, but a nice catch there as she was moving in on it.
Dupree said, "Look what I found."
So the line out, and they're still making really good contact. So that's the second out. Runners stay at first and third. That one is up high on the first pitch to Bailey Love.
Chandler's velocity is a little bit down today, but she has thrown quite a few innings over the last few days, and that may just be a reason as to why that velocity is down.
The 1-0. Called a strike. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Bailey Love, the right fielder. Coach Fred Ross calls his batter down to talk about it midway down the third base line. It'd be big to hold them to 2 runs here.
Yeah, get out of this inning and try to get some runs on the board yourself.
This one grounded back to the pitcher slowly. Up with it is Chandler, over to DePriest. 1-3 on the putout, and the side is retired. Wright City scores a pair. We played a half inning. Louisiana coming up on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Meyer Implement Company, and Silex Banking Company.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Set the defense for Wright City across the outfield. It's Tori Orphan left, Tristan Moore in center, Bailey Love in right. Emma Stantz is the third baseman, Lydia Clubb is the shortstop, Olivia Mikas is the second baseman, and Sophia Wegrazin is over at first. Paige Reese behind the plate, and Emma Thomas taking her warm-up tosses. And for Louisiana, it's Wallace, Campbell, Powell, Chandler, Bayline, Jenkins, Womack, DePriest, and Reese.
As we mentioned over the weekend, Louisiana, they found their bats, so hopefully they can wake them up just a little bit. As we've mentioned, that their last 2 games, though, unfortunately, they've been shut out. So 9-0 in that championship loss to Clopton, and then 14-0 last night to Highland. So they've faced some pretty tough pitchers, looking to wake things up tonight and just get some things going.
Like the patriotic catcher's gear.
It's a good look.
Reminds you the Ellsbury baseball.
Yeah.
Catcher's gear.
Now that you say that.
Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
And the first pitch is in for a strike.
It's got some wicked movement to it.
Yeah. Wallace, where's number 9? Bats from the right-hand side. Down in the count, 1-0. 2-0 Wright City as we start play here in the bottom of the first. Bunt attempt, and the throw gets away. Not far enough. Good job backing up by Bailey Love to keep Wallace to first base. I don't know. You go single on that, or?
I would go a single. The first baseman, Sophia Wegrazin, really had to come up the line, and I think that Wallace probably would have had it either way.
Yeah, I think her best chance would have been to pick it up and
try
swipe
to tag
her.
her. Yeah.
So the leadoff batter is on for the Lady Dogs. Bunting again out in front of the plate, and this one is going to be close. Bobbled just a bit by the pitcher. I'm still going to go base hit on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 2 have bunted their way on.
Clopton principal Dean Street and I were talking about this last week. Not saying that Wright City can't field a bunt, but if a team is showing you that they're struggling to field the bunt and it's working for you, continue to do it. So let's see what Coach Calvin does here.
Emily Powell at the plate. Probably one of the players you wouldn't consider a bunting option. And she takes a strike. Not saying she can't lay it down. I just don't think she's the fleetest afoot on the team. But you also have runners going from first to second and second to third. So she does show bunt. And it is a nice one out in front of the plate. Play is to first. She's retired. Good job by the catcher, Reese. But it moves the runners to second and third.
Fantastic bunt, and she has now 2 runners in scoring position, helped her team, did her job, and brings in the 4-hole Maddie Chandler.
So sacrifice 2-4 on the putout. And that brings in Chandler, and she takes a ball high.
Emma Thomas has some weird spin to it. It's almost like a curveball every pitch, but it's a little off speed too. So just trying to get your timing is going to be tough as a hitter, especially that first time through the lineup, and maybe making sure that you're staying back, which may be honestly what Coach Calvin is doing and trying to get her hitters timing down with that bunt.
That one missed inside, 2-0. Ooh, foul tipped as Maddie Chandler was loaded up on that 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Thomas. And both pitchers are getting that outside corner, 2-2.
A bigger zone, but it's consistent, which is good to know as a hitter and as a pitcher.
I'm all for a bigger zone.
Me
Get
too.
people swinging. This one hit into center. It'll probably score a run. Tagging at third is Wallace. The catch is made. Both runners tagged, and it's 2-1 as Katie comes across. Sacrifice for Chandler to get Louisiana on the board.
That was some really smart and strategic softball there. You know, you look at those 2 bunts that were for singles, and then you look at you look at Powell's bunt, and when you look at that, you move those runners over into scoring position, which makes it perfect for Chandler.
Brings in Bayline, and she takes a ball high. Where's number 44? She's the second baseman. Runner at third, 2 outs. Louisiana looking to tie this game at 2. And this one is fouled off and will hit on top of the Wright City dugout. 1-1 the count.
Bayline would probably like to bring that run in and tie this game up for her team here.
Big gap if she goes opposite field, and there's a strike called, 1-2.
A single will do it.
The 1-2 pitch to Bayline. Fought off the screen, still a ball and 2-strike count.
Ty Campbell is at third base, so you have some speed over there.
Another 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just high. A little too high to get that outside corner that time.
You're gonna have to remember that as a hitter, that outside corner has been called, and you're gonna have to protect up there because that could have easily been strike 3.
That one a little more in on the hands and fouled off out of play. Remains 2-2. 6 pitch at bat so far. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch fouled off again.
Good at bat though from Bayline, and that's exactly what you want to do, especially first time through the lineup, is see as many pitches as you can, not only for yourself but for your teammates in the dugout.
Thomas ready. Another 2-2 pitch. Popped up. This one's going to stay on the field to play. Catcher wants it. She dropped it in foul territory. Ooh, second chance. How many times have we seen this come back to haunt a team?
It's not a good feeling as a pitcher, but, you know, it's the time you really have to buckle down.
And as a catcher, letting your pitcher down.
Yeah, and you could tell that Reese was not very happy with herself. It's a ball that she knew that she should have had.
A lot of English on it. Another 2-2, almost hit her. Throw back to third, and in safely scampering back is Campbell. Count full.
Really, really good at bat from Bayline.
The payoff pitch from Thomas to Bayline. Low, and she walked her.
As many pitches as she fouled off and to draw a walk, she extends this inning, and she brings it to Jenkins, who has really been a battery for the team and has just driven in quite a few runs over the last couple of years and has really been a starter for the offense for the Lady Bulldogs. And right now she could really drive in this run and give her team a lot of energy.
Looking for a 2-out hit. Fouled back for strike 1. She is aggressive up at the plate.
She knows what she's looking for, and she knows that she wants to hit. And sometimes, you know, she knows that can get her in trouble too. But she usually is very disciplined. She knows what she's looking for.
0-1, pulled the string, 0-2. Womack on deck. 2-1, Wright City. Louisiana with runners on the corners here. 0-2 pitch to Jenkins. Reaching and fouls it out of play. It's going to roll to my car. I'll take that any day of the week.
As long as it doesn't go in the air to your car.
Well, you're in that neighborhood too.
Yeah, I know.
Another 0-2 pitch. Reaching, loops it into right field, and that one is down. Louisiana's tied it, gets past the right fielder. One run in, here comes another. Louisiana's going to take the lead all the way to third goes Jenkins. 3-2, Lady Dogs.
That was Jenkins turning on her wheels there. Her stride just continued to get longer, and, I was thinking double, and all of a sudden, here she is at third. That was a big hit, and probably a very big feel-good moment for her as she's been struggling to find that moment all season, trying to find her spot and find her role.
I'm going straight triple, even though that probably should have been cut off by Love. But a big 2-out triple, and Louisiana with the lead. 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Eventful first inning. That brings in Reese Womack. A lot of Reese's here today.
There is.
This one in on the hands, and a nice diving grab. She held on. Reese, the catcher, gets Reese Womack, the batter, on a little, that thing never probably got more than 9 foot off the ground in foul territory, and she lays out near the backstop to make the grab. Louisiana scores 3, leaves a runner in scoring position. We played 1 inning, 3-2 over Wright City on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia, Reed Insurance Agency, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the second, 3-2 Louisiana leading Wright City after 1 full here. Big hit goes to Allie Jenkins, a 2-run triple with 2 outs and 2 strikes to put the Bulldogs ahead.
Brings in Orff for the Wright City Wildcats, Tori Orff, and then Haley Swore.
And then back to the top for Paige Reese, who just made that nice play. But it was her error that allowed Jenkins, dropped foul ball, gave Jenkins a second life, and she put it to the wall for a triple. I don't know what that pitch was. We'll call it ball 1. It was only about 7 foot wide. And then comes back with a perfect dart down the middle.
She just missed the first time.
Yeah.
Target practice.
Ooh, right under the hands, caught the corner on the inside.
Great pitch. Buckled the knees, really.
Moved back a little bit in the box this time. The 1-2. Grounded to the shortstop. Up with it is Wallace. Throw a little higher this time. And they get Orff by a full step for the first out. 6-3 on the putout. That'll bring in the number 9 hitter, Haley Swore, the designated player.
Wallace is one of those players that you like to watch because she likes to do things. She likes to have her fundamentals. She likes to do things the little things right, and so she's always one of those players that you really like to enjoy watching.
Kind of overcooked that one, the first pitch to Swore as well.
Looks like maybe she's trying to throw a curveball or something, or it's trying to break off the plate and it's breaking a little too much. Hitting off the glove of Powell.
The 1-0. Comes back with that strike pitch again.
Good news is she found her fastball.
A lot going on at Wallace Park. We got soccer practice going on.
Yep.
Beyond center field. Outside, 2 balls and a strike to the number 9 hitter, Swore.
They were doing some hitting practice to
Yeah.
our left a little while ago, but no more.
2-1 offering. There's strike 2.
Swore was not happy about that one. But it was a strike, and
Yeah.
it's been a strike all day long. So
The 2-2 pitch with the bases empty and 1 out. Lifts this one into right. Moving toward the line is Womack, and she makes the catch for the second out.
it's a good read, especially with the sun being up and high in the afternoon. And so making that read is always tough when you have your outfielders and individuals playing that right side of the field.
2 down, bases empty, and be nice to get a 1-2-3 inning here as Paige Reese comes in. She reached on an error first time up. It was actually a 2-base error, and that one's outside for ball 1.
Definitely one that the Lady Bulldogs are probably wanting to get back and put an end to this time because she has some speed, and she did come around to score, as you mentioned.
The 1-0. Make it 2-0. As it looks like the breaking stuff is all being pushed out into the left-hand batter's box. This one back up the middle, a base hit. And it's off the center fielder. Jalea Reese really ate her up, going for second, and she's in. Single and an error.
Looked like it may have skipped off of the lip of right behind second base going into the outfield. And, I mean, it was hit really hard, and it had some spin to it. So, I mean, it did eat Jalea up.
Club popped out to the third baseman her first time up. 0 for 1. And she takes a ball high to start her second at bat. Whenever you get your second at bat in the second inning, the offense is doing some things. Really digs that front foot in. And takes a ball outside, 2-0.
She's wanting to get that breaking pitch working, and you can tell that's why she's throwing it. And sometimes you just got to find that movement and understand, what am I doing wrong? And sometimes it just means throwing it, even if it's for a ball.
This one popped up over our heads for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and a runner at second base. That is the potential tying run for Wright City as they trail Louisiana 3-2. And a ball comes flying in right as the pitch was about to be thrown. You got to check with the umpires before you toss them back.
That was thrown over our heads.
Yeah. Kind of looked up at us, the home plate umpire did.
Yeah, not us, man.
If I did that, I'd knock over every piece of equipment we have. This one tomahawked into left, and Campbell makes the catch to retire the side. Wright City leaves a runner in scoring position. We played an inning and a half, 3-2 Louisiana on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central Bank of Audrain County and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
3-2 Louisiana as we head to the bottom of the second inning here at Wallace Park. Mark Prunick, Maddie Ingram for Louisiana. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Yes,
Right?
so it'll be
the 8, 9, and 1.
Yeah, DePriest, Reese, and Wallace. So we're about that same point that Wright City was at to start the inning.
Yeah, forgot to write down that nice play by the catcher, Paige Reese.
That was a very, very nice play. That's a tough play, and she wanted to make that play after dropping that one easy one.
Mm-hmm.
And then she made that one look pretty easy.
Yeah. So Tessa DePriest, the first baseman, leads things off. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 3-2, Louisiana leads. They break that two-game scoreless streak in the first inning here against Wright City with 3 runs.
A good response, too, after giving up 2.
And a strike called. Nice breaking ball there from Thomas. Starts DePriest with the strike. Spins that ball now, buries it in her glove, winds and fires, and this one is shot foul. Nearly hit the light pole down the left field line.
She was just a little out in front of that one.
0-2. Trainers, after last half inning, went into the Louisiana dugout. I'm not sure what they were treating. 0-2, swung on and missed for strike 3 and a strikeout, the first of the day for Thomas.
Looked like a screwball, and it got in on the hands of DePriest. I don't think that's what she was looking for.
So 1 out, and that'll bring in Jalea Reese. Staying in the left-hand batter's box, looking to slap one through the infield.
Bunting did work for them the first time around, so let's see what they do here, especially with having some speed with Reese.
Started to show bunt, pulled back as the ball rode in on her for ball 1. Top of the order waiting in the wings. The 1-0 pitch to Jalea. Did offer it that one. And it's a 1-1 count as that off speed just eats up a slap hitter.
Yeah, especially if it's off the plate too.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalea really does like the outside corner as well.
This one just got a piece of it back to the pitcher, and she's going to beat it out easily. Turned into a swinging bunt for Jalea and an infield hit. So the Lady Dogs right back to work here in the bottom of the second inning, looking to add to this 3-2 lead. Top of the order for Katie Wallace, who bunted her way on and scored. Getting some instruction from the third base coaching box, now showing bunt again. Pulls back, runner goes, throw down is in time. Got her with a swipe tag, and I think Jalea might have gotten clotheslined by that. She's a little slow getting up. And the umpire checks on her and says, you okay? I'll go back to the dugout. So caught stealing. Really good arm back there.
Yeah. Quick pop time. I mean, especially with Reese, who is very, very speedy.
Was the pitch called a strike? Nope,
no.
ball 1.
Ball 1.
And a strike called. One ball, 1 strike. Home plate umpire didn't know his own count for a second.
He was like, well, I don't know.
The next. And this one is hit over the third baseman, past the shortstop and into short left field. It's a 2-out hit. And the Lady Dogs get that runner back on first base.
There's been lots of line drives on both sides today. Just both sides seeing the ball very well.
Brings in Ty Campbell. She bunted her way on the first time up. And came around to score and takes one in the dirt for ball 1. Runner at first with 2 outs. 2 hits in the inning, 1 caught stealing. That one bounces in, bounces away from the catcher, and Wallace is going to take second on the pass ball.
The ball kind of skipped over the plate and was a hard read for Reese, and so that's how it got to the backstop. making it a pretty easy steal for Katie Wallace.
2-0 the count. This one back slowly through the legs of the pitcher, and the shortstop can't get a hold of it. They're going to try and score the runner, and she comes in all the way from second base. Calling an error on the pitcher, no RBI. Wow, what a turn of events there.
That was fantastic base running from Katie Wallace. With 2 outs, I mean, she knew that she had to be running no matter what, and she was going. From second base to home, she knew she was scoring no matter what. She was going as hard as she could, and now the Bulldogs have a 2-run lead. That's really big, and that's something that you want to see out of a sophomore, especially for the next couple of years.
And that'll get Coach Ross out of the dugout to try and calm his troops down, as that is a run that most certainly could have been prevented. Runner at first, 2 outs, a run in for Louisiana on the air, and that brings in Emily Powell. Still good speed on the bases. Can't sacrifice this time with 2 outs, and ball goes over ahead for ball 1, and you can tell just with that pitch how that error affected Thomas. She's got to get it under control. The 1-0. That one is ripped foul. Down the left field line, a ball and a strike, and Powell crushed that one.
This could be a really good time for the Lady Bulldogs to capitalize, especially with the pitcher rattled, with Thomas rattled. You've already put up another run on what should have been out number 3. Why not put another up?
The 1-1 offering. This one is chopped foul to third.
That was a play there from...
Yeah, that was very Nolan-esque.
Yeah, Emma Stats. She made that look really easy.
Ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at first. And that's what you got to do. You just got to play through that one just in case.
Mm-hmm. Especially as close to the line as it was.
In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas looks in, the 2-2 pitch. Ripped again and almost took out Coach Calvin.
Powell's just out in front of it. She needs to let it get just a little bit deeper.
Did you hear that squeal?
I did.
From Coach Calvin?
She's trying to make sure she has legs and ankles tomorrow.
Another 2-2, and she knew that one was earmarked for that outside corner, so she threw up a very late swing and fouled it off on the first base side. Good protect there.
That's what you got to do with 2 strikes.
Another 2-2 pitch. Reaching and grounds it up the middle, a base hit. Campbell will stop at second. And there's runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Another really good at bat. I mean, the Lady Bulldogs have really taken this into consideration this year. This is something that they wanted to work on. They worked on it really hard all summer. They worked on it last year as well. But this year you're really seeing the results. And so Coach Calvin has been almost manifesting it, and it's really paying off. And so you're seeing it out of these really, really good at bats. That's a quality at bat from Emily Powell.
And she'll be replaced by a courtesy runner at first base. Was that a 2 that I see, Lentz?
I believe that may be, I think that might be Jordan Pedersen.
Ball high on the first pitch. To the pitcher Chandler, and she pops it into short left. Coming back is the shortstop, but the left fielder tries to make the catch. It goes off her glove, and 2 runs are going to score. Another error produces runs. And I think it was Isabella Lentz.
It was.
Running, and she scores the second run. And it's all of a sudden 6-2, and the errors are mounting for the Wright City Club. E7. Runner ends up at second base. Another courtesy runner comes in. as Orff will be charged with the error, and this one is popped foul and out of play. As Bayline swinging on the first pitch.
She was walked to her last at bat. She had that really good at bat where she fouled quite a few pitches and then was able to work it back to a 3-2 count, and then she was eventually walked.
This one a hit into the gap in left center, and it's going to go to the wall. Another run comes in. RBI for Bayline. She'll stop at second, and it's 7-2.
Just an offensive explosion here in these last 2 innings, and all of these runs have come with 2 outs here. This is a really, really big inning for the Lady Bulldogs.
And this inning could have been over. Slow grounder back to Thomas, and she looked at the runner. Instead of catching the ball, it went through her. Shortstop couldn't barehand it. And it is all snowballed from there. 7-2. 4 runs in the inning to follow a 3-run first. Wright City actually scored first in this ball game and led 2-0 after a half inning. The batter. Got ball in. Yeah,
that is
a pinch hitter, huh?
That is Brylan Stewart.
Yeah. So Stewart batting for Jenkins. And I'm guessing that may have been the injury then. Ball and a strike. So Stewart batting in place of Jenkins, and that one's in the dirt, 2-1. And I wonder if she maybe pulled something on that triple. There's a strike. Ooh, that was way inside.
Bayline is at second base. 2 outs in the second inning. Louisiana is leading Wright City 7-2.
And this one is grounded to the shortstop. 2-hopper for Club. Throw, bounce, good pick by Wegersen, and that finally retires the side. But Louisiana scores 4 more. They lead Wright City 7-2 as we head to the third on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, McMailer and Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and Lynn's Heritage House.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
7-2 Louisiana after 2. Wright City coming up, and this game has been undone for them on errors. They had a chance to get out of the first inning ahead. A dropped pop-up in foul territory by the catcher led to a 2-run triple by Jenkins. And last inning, they had a chance to get out of it. Ty Campbell, just a slow grounder back to the pitcher, and she let it go through her. And it resulted in another big inning.
Yes, and so Louisiana's taking advantage of those.
And here's a leadoff extra base hit for number 11, Emma Stats. As that one kind of went right over the second baseman. She got her glove up late and goes all the way to the wall. So Stats on with a double to start the inning. First pitch swinging. Runner at second. Nobody out. And that is called a ball. And the count at 1-1. 1-0. Stats aboard. Weger's in the batter, and she takes a strike. Now it's 1-1.
Wegerson had a line drive to left center field for a double her last at bat, so also somebody who had extra bases.
And a ball high, 2-1. Runner at second, nobody out.
To make a statement here, the Bulldogs definitely want to put up another 0 to take control of this game.
This one lifted into center. Backing up, and it is dropped at the wall. Run's going to come across as the throw gets away, and Wegerson will end up in scoring position herself. 7-3.
Louisiana just kind of threw the ball around there, and they're also kind of lucky that Wegerson is only at second base. There was really no cut set up, and that ball got to the backstop, and if she would have been paying attention, she could have easily been at third. That was off the glove of Reese.
That should have been caught out there. 7-3. Ball high on the first pitch to Thomas. This one is ripped into left, back to the wall, and Campbell makes the catch. Back to tag as Wegerson. She'll stay at second. That's the first out, and it looks like right now Wright City has Maddie Chandler sized up. And the next little slap attempt there from Tristan Moore. Tapped back to the screen, 0-1. One out, runner at second, a run in for Wright City. 4-run lead. And there's a strike called, 0-2.
Good little pitch from Chandler, who's looking to find her movement pitches. As we've mentioned, she's found that fastball, but she's really been trying to find that movement pitch today, and she's had a little bit of issue with it.
The 0-2, and this one slapped to the shortstop, and there's interference called. Runner's going to be out. Wegerson is out. Or is she going to have, she's got to go back and to the dugout as she made contact with the Louisiana shortstop Wallace. So runner's interference erases that runner in scoring position, Wegerson. So now a runner at first with 2 down.
Those plays are always kind of interesting because they can always be avoided. So it's just all about being a smart base runner as well, and knowing where you're at and knowing where the defenders are as well.
So now there's 2 outs and a strike called on the first pitch to Love. Bailey Love, her first time up, grounded back to the pitcher. The 0-1, up high, a ball and a strike. So a break for Louisiana, getting that lead runner out of the way. And the second out, and this one's grounded to the third baseman. Little trouble for, is that Stewart? Yes. Everyone is safe. It pulled her off the bag.
Good job by Tessa DePriest for keeping that ball in front of her. Only thing is we had to pull the foot to do that. So if we can keep our foot on the bag and then make that scoop, that's when we'll be in a better spot. But a couple of throws today have kind of pulled her off the bag, making it a little challenging to play first base.
So now runners at the corners, and the ball gets away, and it's runners at second and third. Bottom of the order, being a little pesky. Orff looking to knock in a couple here with 2 outs. Popped up on the infield, shortstop calling for it, and Wallace makes the catch. The runners weren't even really moving.
With 2 outs, you should be.
Yeah, you should both be standing around home plate right now. That ends the inning. 2 left to board. The error doesn't really cost, and Louisiana still leads this ball game 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the third on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig Bowen CPA, Mid-River Asphalt of Troy, and Cuda Auto Repair.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bottom of the third here at Wallace Park. Louisiana gives up a run but still leads by 4. 2-0-1 for the Wright City Lady Wildcats. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second for Louisiana, as Jenkins has been removed after that 2-run triple. So we'll see how that changes things for the Lady Dogs the rest of the day. It'll be Womack, DePriest, and Reese, 7, 8, and 9 for the Lady Dogs here in the home half of the third.
Womack, I believe, got 1 pitch in her last at bat. It was fouled out to the catcher, Reese.
And a ball as that one fell out of the bottom of the zone. She wants to stand up there a little bit longer this time, I guess.
A good approach.
Yeah. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. A ball and a strike. Reese Womack, the right fielder.
She's also seen some time in the circle.
This one popped up. Who wants it? No one. It's going to fall behind the second baseman. Finally picked up by the center fielder. No one really took a run at that ball, and it ends up being a leadoff hit.
Yeah, it was kind of in no man's land. It was up there for anybody to get, but second baseman didn't want it, center fielder didn't want it, and neither did the right fielder.
I think the second baseman got turned around a little bit with the ball in the air there and never found it again.
Brings in DePriest.
And she lines one to the shortstop, and they're going to double her off. What a play.
That is a tough read. There's really not much you could do about that. Reese Womack got a pretty big jump, and by the time she had got turned around, that ball was hit so hard off the bat, there was nothing she could do.
That brings in the number 9 hitter, Jalea Reese, with the bases empty and 2 outs. Wright City looking for their first scoreless frame, and a swing and a miss. And as Jalea, her slap style put her about 3 foot from that ball when it finally crossed the plate. And this one popped up. Shortstop calling for it and making the catch is Club. And Wright City does escape with a clean sheet here in the bottom of the third inning. Louisiana still leads 7-3. We head to the fourth inning. Maddie will tell you about it when we come back on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Craig's Truck and Tractor.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top half of the fourth inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. Louisiana is leading Wright City 7-3 after Lydia Club just made all 3 outs in the bottom half of the third inning after a line drive double play and then a fly ball out to the shortstop. And we are getting underway here as it is Orff, Swore, and then we're back to the top of the lineup for Wright City with Reese.
Actually, we'll start with Swore.
Oh, yep, Swore, Reese, and then Club. So Swore, she had a line drive to right field her last at-bat, and she was out her last at-bat, so it was line drive out. Takes ball 1 from Chandler. And this one's fired in for a strike. Now 1-1. She's still working on that outside corner. She was working on it in warm-ups and seemed like she had gotten it to work, so maybe she'll have that this inning.
1-1 the count.
This one out of play and back into play. They'll get it off the dugout. Now 1-2 to Swore.
Yeah, she chopped at that one.
Yeah, she did.
Lumberjack action going on there.
Guy was kind of eating at her hands a little bit. Just defensive swing. She has an open stance. The 1-2 pitch from Chandler. Longer look. Let's see if she goes outside here. And she does, and she gets a swinging strikeout of Swore. That's her first strikeout of the day. So that's kind of a rare statement. She normally has quite a few already.
Yeah, without that breaking stuff really working today, she doesn't have that swing and miss stuff.
Brings in Reese, who's been on both times today. Reached on air, and this one is hit to right center field. Reese going for it, and she makes the grab.
Great running catch into the right center gap by Jalea Reese. She went a long way for that. I think she was on the third base side of the 205 sign there and got all the way to the gap and made that running catch.
Great play by Jalea. She read that right off the bat. Brings in Lydia Club, who we mentioned made all 3 outs in the last inning. She's your shortstop today, and this one is lined to center field to Jalea Reese. Gets past her, and it's going to go to the fence. And Reese Womack and Jalea Reese
come
are
all
both
the way around.
Yeah. Club is coming home, and the no throw from Bayline. So an inside the park home run from Club, who was on her horse immediately after she saw it get past Jalea Reese. So just skipped right past her glove.
Yeah, as good as she read the play before, this one right at her misread the English on it, and it curved just over to the third base side of second and made it all the way to the wall.
So an E8. That one was foul tipped by Stats, who has had a double today and a single.
I bet she could hear a little sizzle off that ball as it went by her, too.
Change up on the outside corner for strike number 2. That was a great pitch, so haven't seen a lot of those today from Chandler either, so maybe she'll get that working and have a little bit better success this time through the lineup. This one's fouled off back towards some cars. Might hit the roof of the concession stand. Oh, it does hit a car.
Roof of the concession stand, then the hood of the concession stand workers. Still 0-2.
0-2, 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning here. This one grounded to the shortstop, Katie Wallace, up with it, and she is out at first base with a great stretch from Tessa DePriest. 7-4, Louisiana is leading Wright City. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth inning on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Meyer Implement Company, and Silex Banking Company.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. Louisiana is leading this one 7-4. We are at the top of the lineup with Katie Wallace due up for Louisiana, looking to get things started again. And as they were held scoreless the last inning for the first time, Mark, as they scored 3 in the first inning and then 4 in the second inning, but none in the third.
And Louisiana hoping for a repeat of the first inning with back-to-back bunt singles by Wallace and Campbell. Powell sacrificed him over, and it led to a 3-run inning and a lead.
Let's see what Wallace does here, and she fouls that one off. That's a line drive that goes to the opposite field. Strike number 1, a long strike, that is.
So now you got him playing back. You drop down that bunt, get yourself on base.
She has 2 singles today, and she has some speed. Off speed for a ball. It was up in the zone from Thomas. 1-1. So she's bunted for a single, and she's had a line drive to left field for a single. This one on the outside corner, and it catches the corner for a strike. Now 1-2.
First and third baseman starting about a foot in front of the bag, and then they'll move in with the pitch.
The 1-2 from Thomas. Off speed, and this one is hit to the third baseman, Emma Stats, and she makes the catch for out number 1.
Just a little looping at liner, and an easy play for Emma Stats at third base.
Brings in Ty Campbell. As you mentioned, she already has reached base on bunt today. She's had a ground ball to the pitcher, and that turned into a run.
Yep, pitcher with 2 outs, let it go through her feet. Worried about that speed of Campbell.
Campbell takes ball 1 in the dirt. Basically another batter's box.
Boy, they are really guarding the lines. There's a lot of room in both gaps, and they're playing deep in center field, almost back to the wall.
Yeah. This one fouled off down the third baseline. Just missing that third baseline. It just kind of started to tail.
Yeah, probably when it went over the third baseman, it was fair. By the time it landed, it was foul.
1-1 to Ty Campbell, who's been pretty aggressive at the plate. She takes ball number 2 in the dirt. Good eye. Takes a look at Coach Calvin before stepping back in. Thomas to Campbell. This one's also in the dirt. Having a little trouble.
Yeah, she's just putting a little too much touch on that off-speed pitch, and it's dropping short.
Now 3-1. A hitter's count here for Campbell. That one is taken for ball number 4, so a walk to Campbell. Just 1 out. Runner on first base.
Is that the second walk issued?
Yes, that is the second one. The last one was Bayline.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she has a good grasp of that off-speed pitch today, and almost is aiming it. And when you aim it, it's going to drop short every time.
This one is hit up the middle. Center fielder crashing in, and it drops. And Campbell is going to get caught at second. And
the throw was high.
Throw was high, and so Ty is in there safely. So she got a really late read on that ball, and she was standing at first base because she thought that it was going to be caught by the center fielder. But now we have runners at first and second base. A single for Powell.
That's not an error in the book, but that's definitely an out they should have gotten there at second base, and we'll see if it comes back to haunt them.
Brings in the pitcher, Maddie Chandler, and she takes strike number 1 on the outside corner of the plate. Runners at first and second for Chandler. She'd like to help herself here and give herself just a little bit more cushion.
Yeah, it's definitely isn't a pitcher's duel today.
Yes. This one is lined to center field or left field, and it's fair. And this one gets down, and Ty Campbell's coming home, and she's going to stand up, and she's going to score.
Yeah, the left fielder just kept double pumping instead of throwing the ball anywhere, and Ty said, all right, you give me that, I'm going to take home.
So another run on the board for the Bulldogs. It's now 8-4. Runners at first and second. So an RBI for Chandler. RBI single.
And these are just dinkers and dunkers everywhere right now. Louisiana really isn't hitting the ball hard this inning.
Bayline takes ball number 1. She's had some really great at bats today. She's had a double to left center field. She's walked. The 1-0. This one is hit to center field. Making the catch is Tristan Moore, and they're going to throw to third base, and not moving is Powell. So now 2 outs for the Bulldogs.
Good job by the Wright City center fielder to make that catch and throw ahead of the runners to keep them in their current positions at first and second.
Bring in Brylan Stewart, who is hitting in place of Allie Jenkins, playing in place of Allie Jenkins. We're not really sure what happened to Allie, but saw some trainers in the dugout under the impression that maybe she was taken out of the game due to some sort of injury or something today.
Yeah, it had to be during that 2-run triple.
Big swing from Brylan, 0-1.
Yeah, just swung through that off-speed pitch.
Was up in the zone, and Brylan's a tall girl, so she can, keep that pitch up in the zone to Brylan. Another one, off speed, up high. This one's fouled off instead. Now 0-2 to Stewart.
Her first at bat, she grounded to the shortstop.
The look from Thomas. 0-2 pitch. This one is on the inside, and
she wanted it to hit her.
Yeah, a little too close, but 1-2.
I almost heard her saying, "Let it hit me, let it hit me."
I'll take first base. The 1-2 pitch from Thomas. This one's in the dirt and stopped by Reese, and she's going to throw back to second base just to check on the runner. But
Good
back
idea.
in safely.
2-2 count. Deuce is wild.
8-4, Louisiana leads this one. This one is flied to center field, making the catch. And it's dropped. It's dropped by the center fielder, Tristan Moore.
Another run comes in for the Lady Dogs.
And that was Isabella Lentz, who was the pinch runner for Powell. So now 9-4. So that ball hit Moore in the glove. She had her other hand on it and kind of played a little bit of juggling out there with it.
Another error extends an inning and puts a run on the board for the Lady Dogs. I think maybe 1 or 2 of the runs that have scored have been earned off of Emma Thomas today.
This one is flied to right field, and the second baseman makes the catch. She goes out pretty far. Olivia Mikas makes the catch, and that is out number 3. Not before Louisiana extends their lead, though. It is now 9-4. Louisiana leads this one. We are headed to the top of the 5th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. You're listening to Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia, Reed Insurance Agency, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tiles. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It is the top of the 5th inning here at Louisiana. 9-4, Louisiana leads this one. Wegrazin is in the box for Wright City, and she takes ball number 1 from Maddie Chandler, who is trying to find that outside corner with that breaking pitch again, and just misses.
Wegrazin doubled in the first and reached on an error by the center fielder in the 3rd inning.
She gets strike number 1 there. That was right down central, 1-1. So that's kind of a pattern that we've seen. She's missing pretty wide, and then she'll narrow it up and pretty much right down the middle.
Yeah.
Tries to throw a changeup there, gets on top of it, and rises in the zone. 2-1.
To number 21, Wegerson.
Chandler to Wegerson. This one up in the zone as well. Now 3-1. Gets away from Powell. I think she was expecting low and had to stand up and try to make the grab.
Did she wear 21 before the arrival of Newt Barr? Or?
I think we're going to have to ask her. The 3-1. And she takes ball number 4, and she'll have a walk. So I believe that's the first walk issued by
That's right.
Chandler today.
Hasn't had the strikeout stuff, but hasn't been out of the zone too much. They'll have a courtesy runner for Wegerson, or actually a pinch runner.
A fun stat that I did learn today, Louisiana high school principal Bobby Spoonster was in the Eagle 102 morning show, and he was talking about Shayna Yates from Clopton. She had not, I do not know the stats from last night, but up until yesterday, she had not allowed a walk all season.
Wow.
Which is impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Brings in Thomas. This one is flied to the right field. Reese Womack, and she makes the catch, and she's going to throw to first base, Tessa to Priest. Just to check on the runner. We have 1 out now. Runner at first is safe.
Really late break that time by the Louisiana right fielder, Reese Womack, but she was able to find it and make her way in and actually caught that ball about 5 feet from her second baseman.
Brings in Moore. Gets the offer on that one for a strike.
That was an interesting bunt attempt.
Almost like a stab,
yeah.
slap. She'll step back in the box, though. And
she was committed to it, whatever it was.
Yeah. Louisiana's defense has shifted a little bit, and she tries to slap again, but does not swing. 1-1 now. Chandler to Moore, and this one's in the dirt, but kept in front of Powell.
Hey, she's wanting to give you an out. Go at her.
Stewart is in, and so is DePriest. Assuming that Wallace will cover second, and big swing from Moore there.
Defensive.
Yeah.
Big swing.
It was on the inside corner of the plate, and Chandler kind of threw out her head. Now 2-2 with 1 out. This one's in the dirt and staying put at first base, it looks like. Getting back there. And that's a pinch runner. I don't.
Yeah.
That's number 6.
Yeah.
Elena Head.
Yeah.
And that one
walked
is
her. Ooh.
Dirt for ball number 4.
That's brutal. They were trying to give you an out, and instead you walk your second runner of the inning.
It's a second runner of the inning and second walk of the game for Chandler. So it's walk, fly out, walk. Squared to bunt and called for a strike as it was pulled back. This is Love. Bailey Love has hit a ground ball to the pitcher and a ground ball to third base.
Reached on an error on that grounder to third.
Squares to bunt again, and this one called for a ball on the outside corner of the plate. Now 1-1. It's a pitch that's been called a strike pretty well all day, but not this time.
Heck, I would have said she offered at it too. She
Yeah.
dropped on that bunt late and pulled it right back up, but pitch was already in the zone.
This one is lined over the third baseman's head, and trying to make the stop is Katie Wallace behind her. But all runners will be safe. So that is a hit for Love.
Yeah, and I was a little concerned. I was hoping that Wallace didn't roll her ankle. She went down awkwardly trying to get that ball as it bounced and made a turn into foul territory.
Kind of slid around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Orff takes ball 1 on the outside corner of the plate. So bases are juiced. Just 1 out here. Louisiana's going to have to go home. They're still leading this one 9-4. It's the 5th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. This one is hit through the 5-6 hole. Ty Campbell's going to have to come up, and just 1 run crosses the plate. So that is a single for Orff.
Bases remain loaded.
So a single to left field for Orff, and RBI.
Number 9 hitter Swore digs in. Haley today is struck out and flown out to right.
This one hits off of Powell's glove, but staying at third base is Moore.
It's actually called a strike too, I believe.
Yeah. Had really good spin to it. Don't know if it was what Powell was looking for.
Yeah, they were definitely crossed up.
0-1 to Swore. This one gets away. 1-1. Making the catch but standing up was Powell. That saves a run there, especially with Moore at third base. 1-1 to Swore on the inside corner of the plate. That's strike number 2.
A strikeout or an infield pop would be huge here.
It's a lot of pressure, especially with just 1 out.
You got to go up the ladder here.
The 1-2 to Swore. And she does, and this one gets through the infield. 1 run's going to score. Jalea Reese is coming up, and all the runners will stay at their bags. 1 run scores, and that is a single for Swore.
Now you're playing with fire, going to the top of the order with the bases loaded.
Especially with Reese up to bat. So Reese has reached twice today.
Yeah, that one, she went up but didn't go up far enough. We knew that Swore would be swinging. She likes the high fastball and left it just at the top of the zone and was lined back up the box and into center field. 3-run game.
Reminder, just 1 out. Lady Bulldogs need to get another one here. That would take away some pressure, make you feel a little bit better. Reese has kind of had Chandler's number today. Let's see what she does here. This one's up in the zone for ball number 1.
Very similar pitch to the one Swore just sent into center field.
The 1-0 to Reese. This one is lined to left field. Coming up with it is Ty Campbell to throw to third base, and safe at third base is the runner. So bases are still juiced, and another run has crossed the plate. Now 7 runs for the Wright City Wildcats. 9-7. Nice piece of hitting from Reese.
And I think that's going to be it for Maddie Chandler. As I just think she's gassed at this point.
She's thrown quite a few innings over the last few days, and sometimes it's just really tough, especially as a freshman, to recover. No one knows really how much she's had experience throwing this many innings. And so when you have somebody that can back you up, why not, and see how long you can go later in the season.
Pitching change, bases loaded, 1 out, and Wright City mounting a comeback. They trail Louisiana 9-7 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central Bank of Audrain County and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon. 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
So there's been quite a few changes. It looks like Jenkins is back in the game.
Well, that's good. That's good news.
Jordan Pedersen is in right field.
Okay.
Reese Womack is pitching.
Uh-huh.
And then I think everybody else kind of stayed the same. I think.
Chandler come out of the game?
I believe so.
I wonder if she'll now be a designated player. Because they didn't have one employed at the beginning, but they could keep her in.
Yeah. So I wonder how that works.
So we'll just check the changes. We got the fielding changes. We'll get the batting changes as they come.
Yeah. So Allie Jenkins is back, so that's good news for all you Bulldogs fans out there. But this is fouled back to the screen. Reese Womack throws first pitch strike there. 0-1. I believe this is Club. She had a inside the park home run her last at bat, which is something that we would like to minimize here.
Yeah.
An inside the park home run clears all the bases.
Yep.
This one is low for a ball, 1-1.
8th batter of the inning for Wright City.
Making it past this 5th inning is something that Louisiana is wanting to do this year. This one's fouled back towards that car again. Oh, and it hits it again.
Got it on the ricochet.
I feel like they probably won't park there again next time. I would hope, at least.
That is the price you pay for volunteering here at Wallace Park.
1-2, 1 out here in the 5th inning at Wallace Memorial Park. This one is grounded foul.
Come on, Fred. He made no effort whatsoever at that.
He scooted away from that as fast as possible.
That wasn't that fast.
No.
Still a 1-2 count, bases loaded, 1 out.
Womack looking to come in here and close the door. Stop the bleeding. Off speed. This one's hit to center field. Jalea Reese running in, and she makes the catch, and she's going to fly it into center field, from center field, and she is late on the throw. But nice throw. It was right on the money, just a little bit late. So another run does come across the plate for Wright City. Now a 1-run game as it is 9-8. Louisiana is still leading this one.
And it kept the runners at first and second. That's pretty big.
But
and she ran a long way for that.
She did, and that is a hard throw to make too. When your feet are moving like that, it's really easy to just really throw that ball past the catcher or miss a cut, whatever it may be. But she really did her job there. It's just a little bit late.
I think they checked, they appealed to see if she tagged up, and she did. If you're running in from right center making that catch,
yep,
that throw is there in plenty of time, but she had to throw back across her body. Pitch was a ball.
To stats. So runners at first and second base, 2 outs, a 1-run game.
That ball's not going to be worth much. That one thudded flush off the pole.
A 1-1 pitch now from Womack. She's come in and done her job. A great pitch moving on the outside corner of the plate. 1-2. See if she goes off speed here again. That off speed pitch was effective to Club. It just needed to be a little bit lower in the zone. So let's see what she does here. And she does, and she goes low in the zone, and this one hops in front of Jalea Reese, and she throws it into her cutoff man, which is Katie Wallace.
Another hit, and they batted around. Bases loaded once again. And all the way back to Wegersen.
So a long inning. Big inning.
She had to re-enter because she was pinch run for last time up earlier in this inning.
So 9-8, Louisiana is still leading this game, wanting to hold on to that lead. And this one gets past Powell, but it hits the backstop hard enough that it keeps it in front and keeps the runner at third base, which is Swore. So 1-0 to Wegersen, who is the 4-hole hitter. Has done some damage today. hit the ball deep a couple of times. This one also off the backstop, and so she's hitting the backstop hard enough.
Yeah.
But we don't want to get too deep in this count because then we have to start throwing over the plate more, or you really don't have anywhere to put her, so you don't want to get into a walk situation.
5 hits, 2 walks in the inning.
The 2-0, and held on to by Powell, who had to really move. She did a little dance behind the plate. Now 3-0.
And a walk ties the game.
Things have just kind of fallen apart here.
Mm-hmm.
3-0, 2 outs. This one is taken ball 4, and a run is walked in, and we have a tie game here. So 5 runs have crossed the plate here in the 5th inning. Now you really don't want anything else to cross the plate.
Yeah.
You don't want to be chasing them. Brings in Thomas, the pitcher. Another ball from Reese Womack. Seems like she's kind of getting on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-0. This one is taken for a strike on the outside corner of the plate. Now 1-1.
Breaks that string of 5 straight out of the zone.
And they're flagging pitches at second base. This one is in the dirt, and it gets past Powell. It ran up her arm, and another run is going to score. It's now 10-9. So just like we were talking, we didn't want that run to cross the plate, and it has. So now runners at second and third. 2 outs. 2-1 is the count. So getting a little wild. Up in the zone, now 3-1.
First lead for Wright City since the top of the 1st inning.
Seeing a lot of pitches here, no matter who it is, whether it was Womack or Chandler. And that's it.
I think he extended the zone a little bit there.
He did. Womack should be saying thank you. That brings it to 3-2. Keeps the batter at the plate. And ball number 4 is taken as that one is in the dirt. So bases loaded again now for Wright City. So lots of walks here in this inning.
Yeah.
A majority of the base runners have been walks.
5 hits, 4 walks in this inning. A sacrifice fly and a ball in right field fly out. And that's how we've gotten to this point. 5 runs or 6 runs have scored for Wright City to overcome that deficit and take a 1-run lead.
As Moore takes ball number 1 from Womack. Wonder if they're going to turn the lights on here. And strike number 1 on the inside corner of the plate to Moore. Moore's a left-handed hitter who's tried to slap some today, tried to drop down a bunt. 1-1, 2 outs in this long inning. Wright City has crossed the plate 6 times. Another ball in the dirt, stopped by Powell. Good stop, as she's had to work back there. Really had to block quite a bit. Umpire drawing a batter's box.
I think maybe Miss Moore was starting too far back.
The 2-1 to Moore. And that was a defensive swing.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
She had another one of those from Chandler, too, her last at bat. So she's just getting it today. 2-2.
Yeah, she was up there trying to make an out earlier this inning and ended up getting a walk, a gift walk. That really started the trouble for the Lady Dogs.
This one is spinning in the dirt for ball number 3. In some trouble again. 3-2. Nowhere.
Just throw a fastball. Fastball down the middle. You'll get her out.
The 3-2 from Womack and ball number 4. Another run is going to cross the plate.
second walk of Moore in the inning, and we've seen her swing. An RBI.
So another walk and another run walked in. And sometimes, this is a challenging environment, and so coming in and trying to make things happen sometimes can be tough. And that ball gets away, and it's going to hit the backstop and come back to Powell. So 1-0 now to Love.
7 runs in the inning for Wright City.
(11-9), Wright City leads Louisiana at the 1-0 count with 2 outs. This one is ball number 2, sitting kind of low. I think Womack and Powell kind of wanted that one, held a little bit longer. The 2-0 from Womack. And ball number 3, also just
yeah, the strike zone's got a little smaller here.
Yeah. So he extended it a little bit and then
he's drawn it back.
Yeah. So kind of tough. And there's a strike. Now 3-1. As we mentioned, we both kind of like the bigger zone.
Mm-hmm.
It encourages people to swing the bat. I'd rather people, earn those runs. The 3-1 and ball number 4. So another run crosses the plate. 12-9. And another pitching change. It looks like they're putting Chandler back in. So this will be interesting to see how those changes will go.
8 runs have scored in the inning. I don't think they're going to really allow her much warm-up here.
No. I also don't think that there's any other changes. I was wondering if they were going to have to change out Pedersen since they took Womack and everything. So it looks like they're just switching Womack for Chandler now.
Well, I think Stewart came out. So.
Stewart came out. Oh, and Womack is going in for Pedersen.
Yep, going back out to right field.
Okay.
So that's it for the warm-up. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 12-9 Wright City. Louisiana started this inning with a 9-4 lead.
So that's a dagger for the Bulldogs, and that's strike number 1 from Chandler, who's come back in and seems recharged, trying to get her team out of this inning. 0-1, bases loaded, 2 outs, trying to get the Bulldogs back in. And a big swing. And
that ball gets away.
Nope, and that gets all the way down to the dugout, and a run is going to cross the plate. Now 13-9. So I think that Powell may have been a little confused at first, thinking it may have been a foul tip because of how hard it kind of hit off of her. But 0-2. That one's high and outside for ball number 1.
You have to get this batter here.
Yep. Can't walk her for sure.
If I'm the infielders, I'm even taking a step back just to make sure.
High and inside, ball number 2. Not a bad pitch. Trying to get a defensive swing there.
Change the eye level.
That one's fouled off by Orff.
Orff has a single in this inning, 1 for 3 on the day.
The 2-2. This one is in the dirt and off of Powell, and they're going to advance. So now runners at second and third.
I think the Dogs right now are just wore out.
Yeah.
A little shell shock.
And the worst case scenario right now is as many walks as you've had. And that ball's up in the zone now, 3-2.
No, that's a walk.
Oh, 4. That's ball 4. So bases are loaded. But as many walks as you've had, your defense has been standing around for so long.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if a ball's hit and you're
flat-footed.
you're on your heels. You have another error, and then this inning continues to extend. And this one is low for ball number 1.
Swore has a single in this inning, 1 for 3.
So just having some trouble with the zone here as Louisiana's pitching staff. And strike number 1 comes in, now 1-1. So Swore has had a strikeout today, which should give Chandler a little bit of confidence as she faces her. And that's a big swing there. Now 1-2.
She was the one that we just didn't go up the ladder quite enough last time.
One, two outs. And a big pitch there from Chandler to end the inning. So that was strike number 3. It is 13-9. Wright City is leading Louisiana on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, McMailer and Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Craig Bowen CPA encourages everyone to get out and support their favorite high school sports teams this season. As a proud sponsor of all the area athletes, Craig Bowen CPA hopes to see you filling the stands to show your support. Showing the area athletes they always have your support is what's key. Craig Bowen CPA on the square in Bowling Green.
Kuda's Auto Repair in Farber is a full-service repair shop, offering oil changes to engine replacements and everything in between. All repairs are backed by a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Kuda's Auto Repair features Motorcraft batteries, a full line of tires and lift kits. Kuda's Auto Repair also has 24/7 towing and recovery services for all light-duty vehicles. Located at 518 South Main in Farber, Kuda's Auto Repair. Call 573-249-KUDA. That's 573-249-5832 for Kuda's Auto Repair.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Along top of the 5th inning here at Louisiana, and we have a pitching change for Wright City. It looks like Sophia Wegrazin will be on the mound. So a couple of changes there. So things hopefully getting started for the Bulldogs as they now trailed this one 13-9. And a lot of those runs were actually walked in, Mark.
Yeah, last inning, Wright City sends 15 batters to the plate. They get 5 hits. Those were early on. And then 7 walks. 7 walks, most of them coming with the bases loaded. And just not a good frame, but you got to shake it off. We talked about it in keys to the game. You can't think about yesterday. You got to think about today, and Louisiana's going to come back to work.
Yeah, and so that was a big inning. They gave up 9 runs. They got to shake it off. It's a brand-new game now as they trail. And this is a ground ball hit to Wegrazin, and she's going to come up with it to fire to first base and get DePriest out at first base. So that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
1-3 on the put out for the first out. And the number 9 hitter, Jalea Reese.
And Reese has some speed, as we've mentioned. She can drop down a bunt, she can slap, and she can hit the ball. So Wegrazin fires in, and that's ball number 1 in the dirt. A lot of pitchers like to target that outside corner for Reese, and she likes to go chasing sometimes. 1 out, and a big swing from Reese as she took her head off of it. 1-1. Looking to battle here, find a way on, find a way back in this game. This one is fouled our way.
It's too far forward.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to flip this table, but I want to catch it.
Yeah.
I think we both kind of had that thought.
Yeah. We're wedged in here in the top row.
We can't be heroes all the time. 1-2 now to Reese. And this one is off speed and low. Now 2-2.
I've got my glove in the car, too.
That would have been perfect for us, too. Man. The 2-2 to
arms
Reese.
About 6 inches too short.
And a table about a foot too big, too.
yeah, it's a little harder getting myself unwedged these days.
3-2 now to Jalea Reese, looking to find her way on. And this one is hit to the second baseman, and out at first base is Jalea Reese, who made it really, really close as second baseman Olivia Mikas had to come up pretty quickly with that ball as it was hit slowly. Brings in Katie Wallace.
She's been on base twice today. Popped out to the third baseman her last time up.
Big swing from Wallace. That was high and outside from Wegresen. Wallace digs back in. The 0-1. And she takes ball number 1, which, as we've mentioned, this strike zone has gotten significantly smaller. That was just another example of it. Now 1-1 with 2 outs.
Now Wallace is also significantly smaller.
Yes. That one's to the backstop. Ball number 2.
Still pretty good pitch, though.
It is. 2-1, 2 outs. Louisiana trails Wright City 13-9 after a really, really big top of the 5th inning. And that's a strike on the outside corner, pretty close to where that ball was a little while ago. Now 2-2. Wallace digs back in, looking to get things started. And a big swing, and that is strike number 3 as we are headed to the top of the 6th inning here at Louisiana. Louisiana trails Wright City 13-9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig Bowen CPA, Mid-River Asphalt of Troy, and Cuda Auto Repair.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Looking to find some energy is the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and put up a 0 as they gave up 9 runs in the top of the 5th inning. So putting up a 0 here is going to be big.
They've only done it once today, and that was back in the 2nd.
Yeah, and that was some big momentum for them, as after that, they were able to come out and put out 4 runs on the board. So let's see what they do here. Leading things off, it's Reese, who is the top of the lineup for Wright City, and she takes ball number 1 on the outside corner of the plate. Not a bad pitch from Chandler, who is back in the game after she was taken out. This one is lined to right field, and it's going to drop in front of Reese Womack, but she comes up firing to first base and nearly gets Reese out.
Taking it for granted.
That's one of those things that if you do play right field, most people think, hit it to the green, I got a single. But you just sneak up on them sometimes. You can catch them slacking at first base.
Yeah, sometimes you got someone like Yachty running.
A turtle. So runner at first base, that was a single for Reese to right field. Brings in Clubb, who's had an inside the park home run today. She's had a line drive to left field. So she's had a pretty successful day at the plate. Played some pretty good shortstop. Looking for an out is Lady Bulldogs. Ball 1 to Clubb.
There's a warning to the Wright City dugout. They had too many players spilling out.
And this one's fouled back. And
into a stroller.
Yeah, that's
the
not
back
good.
half of a stroller.
Yeah. So 1-1 now to Clubb.
Yeah, Mom's going to go ahead and put the cover over that now.
Please don't hit my child. This one's fouled back our way and a little bit longer. 1-2. Looks like Clubb's going to switch to the other side. She was hitting from the left side, now moving to the right. Runner at first base is Reese. No outs here in the top of the 6th inning. This one is fouled back our way. This one's a little closer this time and continues to go. So good at bat from Clubb.
I'm getting my glove.
See you in a few minutes. Still no lights here.
Although I say that, but I had an opportunity at a ball at the Cardinal game on Thursday and had the glove on the right hand, tried to barehand it with my left, and it ended up down the section about 5 seats.
Oh, no. And you had a stung hand. 2-2.
No, not even that. They were just tossing it up from the bullpen.
Oh. 2-2 to Club, who's batting from the right side. Reese is at first base, and this one is lined to left field, and it is foul just barely. So that would have stayed fair. That probably would have been a triple, if not more, for Club, who really moved around the bases earlier in the game already.
Steve Cishek, though, he was nice enough to give me a pack of sunflower seeds at the end of the game. So
that is very nice of him.
Made up for it.
What a guy. The 2-2 on the outside corner, and that is called for strike 3, and that is a very exaggerated, oh my goodness, look from Club. I don't think she liked that.
No.
Not at all.
I think she disagreed.
Just a little. I think she'd like to have that one back. 1 out. Bringing in stats. Also had a pretty good day. The plate.
2 hits, or on base 3 times.
0-1. This one is hit to center field area, and it's caught by shortstop Katie Wallace. So it was right between center field and shortstop, almost that no man's land where you never really know who's going to make the grab.
Now the pitcher Weger's in. You need a hold here, that's for sure.
That would be a big statement and give your team some energy like you're looking for. So Wegersen is walked today, and that's ball on the outside corner.
You're using that term loosely.
She's walked today as many others have found their way down the first baseline freely. That one's up in the zone for ball number 2.
Yeah, she walked twice in that 9-run 5th.
The 2-0, and that one is on the inside corner for strike number 1 to Wegersen.
That was a good comeback pitch there.
It was. And it was a good spot, too. That if she was swinging, could have been a ground ball to the shortstop and get you out of the inning. All right, on that inside corner of the plate again, and a great throw from Emily Powell down to second base, just nobody covering.
Yeah, everyone got a late jump on that one. It was strike 2, though, to Wegersen.
Strike 2 to Wegersen, and Emily Powell's really come a long way behind the plate. 2-2, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. This one is on the inside part of the hands, jams her, and it's fouled off. Still 2-2.
She's got some muscle, though.
She does. She turned just quick enough. The 2-2 to Wegersen. Off speed, high in the zone. Now 3-2. So a full count. Chandler to Wegersen, and she gets her with a strikeout up in the zone, and they put up a 0 this inning, and they're headed to the bottom of the 6th, still trailing Wright City 13-9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Craig's Truck and Tractor.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility, with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care, allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Needing some runs here is the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 6th inning as they trail 13-9 to Wright City. There was a pitching change last inning as Sophia Wegersen made her way to the mound. But the good news is we're top of the lineup here for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. It's Campbell, Powell, Chandler, all due up, and this is really where some of that run production comes from for Louisiana.
Yeah, they need a repeat of that opening inning, maybe the second inning. That would work a little better. Tie this game up at 13, heading into the seventh. That would be nice.
Yeah, maybe a combination of the two will really take this one home and get 3 outs and head home. But Lady Bulldogs really got to string something together here. But putting up that 0 that last inning should do it for them and give them the energy that they need. So Ty Campbell due up at the plate for the Bulldogs, and she takes strike 1 on the outside corner of the plate from Wegersen.
A little more power from Wegersen.
And she's a right-handed pitcher in comparison to Thomas, who is lefty. And trying to bunt is Campbell. So on the offer, now 0-2. The 0-2 from Campbell. This one is hit to right center field, and it's going to get down. And this is going to be at least 2 for Campbell, and she's going to stand up at second base as Coach Calvin holds her up there. So that is a start that the Bulldogs were looking for this evening. A stand-up double to right center field from Ty Campbell.
Yeah, just went with that outside delivery, put it into the gap in right center field, and let her legs do the rest.
Great job by Ty Campbell being a catalyst this inning, bringing up Emily Powell at the plate. So that junior class is known for their heart and their fight. Emily Powell swings at that one. Now 0-1. Runner on second base is Ty Campbell. No outs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. This one's up in the zone and a little bit off speed. 1-1.
Lady Dogs dugout, starting a little bit of singing, a little bit of chanting. You don't see that as much as you used to.
No. That was my favorite part, as long as it wasn't, like, too obnoxious, you know?
Yeah.
2-1. Just having fun with your teammates.
Yep.
Heckling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-1. This one is grounded foul. Now 2-2 to Powell. Umpires asking about the lights.
Yeah, there's one standard behind the scoreboard that's not lighting up.
This one is at the top of the zone. Ball 3, pretty close there. We've seen that one kind of be a borderline call today, so Emily Powell is probably thinking, thank you. 3-2. How will Emily Powell find her way on? A hit or a walk? This big swing, and that is strike number 3. That was like a curveball. It was breaking off the plate. Bringing in Maddie Chandler.
That's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Chandler takes ball number 1 on the outside corner of the plate. Not a bad pitch from Wegersen. That one's ball number 2 in the dirt.
Almost skipped up and hit her.
Yeah. It was a good little stop by Reese. Chandler digs back in. This one is lined to center field, and Campbell is coming around, and she is going to be held up at third base by Coach Calvin.
Yeah,
so runners at first and third.
She had to stop and make sure that ball got down. Second time that's kind of happened to her in this ball game, and now it's runners at the corners.
Runners at first and third for the Lady Bulldogs, bringing in Jordan Bayline, who is a freshman. Seen a lot of time this year. She's played second base. Taking second base is Maddie Chandler, and they're going to throw back to third base. Check on Ty Campbell.
Not a bad strategy for both sides. There, get the second runner in scoring position, and if they throw your way, score a run.
Off speed, kind of, from Wegersen. Digging back into the box is Bayline. It's 2-0. Just 1 out. looking to punch a couple runs across on the board and check swing.
Fouled it off.
The 2-1 as Bayline digs in. Weggers in up in the zone, now 3-1. Allie Jenkins is on deck for the Bulldogs. She's been put back into this game after Brylan Stewart was hitting for her for just a little while, playing third base for her. 3-1 to Bayline. This one's fouled off back to the screen. So another life here, 3-2. Runners at second and third. The 3-2 to Bayline. This one is grounded, and it's going to get past the second baseman. A run is going to score for Louisiana, and another one's going to cross the plate, and standing up is Maddie Chandler. So Ty Campbell, Maddie Chandler across the plate, and 2 runs come across for the Lady Bulldogs. It is now 13-11 as we have a runner at first base, which is Jordan Bayline. So finding that hole to send it to right field for a single.
And the tying run comes to the plate. Just what we asked for, huh?
It is. So finding that energy that they needed to in that fight, and Coach Calvin's talked about it. Head principal, high school principal, Coach Bobby Spoonster talked about it, and Superintendent Ward talked about it this morning, just trying to instill that fight in their kids, and you're seeing it not only in softball, you saw it in football the other night, and so that comeback, that fight that they're wanting to have, and they have it again today. So after a single that drove in 2 runs from Bayline.
There was a pinch runner for Bayline, by the way. I did not catch the number. It's a 2-digit number.
Okay, a 2-digit number. She's hiding from me. She got a braid. The 2-0 now to Allie Jenkins.
That one missed high and wide.
So Jenkins has had a triple today. This one's fouled off, now 2-1.
She could really tie this game with one swing of the bat.
She could. She has the power to do so. 2-1, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. 13-11. Wright City is still leading this one. 20-something. I know that.
And she walked her.
And a walk to Allie Jenkins. I think that is Michaela Leslie that is running out there in place of
that sounds right.
Jordan Bayline. So Reese Womack is due up at the plate, looking to help herself here after walking a couple of runs in, looking to redeem herself.
Get
Runners
herself
now.
off the hook.
Yeah. Runners at first and second base.
Ooh.
Jenkins at first, Leslie at second base.
That was a dirt scraper called strike one.
So the zone is a little bigger again.
Yeah.
0-1, just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the Louisiana Bulldogs have played it 2. That one was higher, and now 1-1. That's called for a ball.
Womack, DePriest, and Reese, the next 3.
The 1-1. This one is grounded to the shortstop club, and she makes the tag and then fires across the diamond and makes the throw to first base.
Out at first, safe at third. Missed the tag, so it's second and third with 2 outs.
Okay, so no double play, but now runners at second and third, as you mentioned. Runners out at first base. Not yet.
So second and third with 2 outs.
Second and third with 2 outs as Louisiana still trails in this one 13-11.
I'd rather have second and third than first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, you'd love to have bases loaded with 1 out, but they were getting out one way or another there.
See, I knew that Womack was out at first base for sure. 1-0 to Tessa DePriest. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position. It just takes a single to score them. That one's up in the zone, and he looked like he wanted to call it for a strike now. 2-0
Oh, he did call it a ball. Yeah, he raised up like he was going to
Took a
raise the
big
right
deep
arm.
breath in, like, all right, nope, I'm going to call it a ball now. 2-0.
His first thought was right.
3-0. So you may have bases loaded for Jalea Reese. At this point, it's 3-0 to Tessa DePriest. It's either that or Wegerson's going to have to groove one, and DePriest could sit back and drive it. And that is a very low strike, but that's strike number 1. Now 3-1.
There's your makeup call.
Yeah. 3-1 to Tessa DePriest, who has the a chance to tie this game.
Ooh.
That one is ball number 4. Bases are loaded for Jalea Reese. Getting a pep talk from Coach Calvin.
Tying run at second base. Go ahead run at first. Jalea's going to have to find a hole somewhere. Slap hitter, and they're going to talk about it in the middle of the pitcher's circle ahead of this Jalea Reese at bat. 13-11, Louisiana trailing Wright City. They led most of the game, did the Lady Dogs, but gave up 9 runs in the top of the 5th. Have scored twice here to make it a ball game, but still need 2 to tie and 3 to take the lead.
It's tough to come back after giving up 9 runs, even though that deficit was only 4.
Yeah.
It's still very, very tough to even have any energy. Like, you just gave up 9 runs in
and
one
most
inning.
of them walked in.
Yes. So Jalea Reese looking to extend this inning. And this one is hit off the glove of Reese, and she's going to score. And that is Michaela Leslie who came in to score for the Bulldogs. So gets past Reese, tips off of her glove, and we have a game
13-12.
So
Leslie in to score. The other runners advanced as well. So now the tying run is at third base.
So 13-12 with the potential of tying it up here.
Single gives you a lead.
This one's fouled back towards us. 1-1.
That was it. She just missed.
And Reese has some speed. I mean, even a ground ball in the infield as far back as Wright City is playing right now.
Yeah.
She's halfway down the first baseline before they even field it.
Ooh.
Big swing again. And throwing back to third base is Reese, but back into third is Allie Jenkins. Getting dirty.
She was taken out of this game for a couple of innings due to an apparent injury, came back, and has been productive.
This one is flied to the third baseman. Making the catch is Emma Stats, and that will end the threat for the Lady Bulldogs, but not before damage is done. It's 13-12. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You're listening to Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Meyer Implement Company, and Silex Banking Company.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are foundations of a successful sports program. The team at Clint Bowen Construction recognizes character and the mentality of local athletes as the pillars of our community. Best of luck to area sports teams this season from the team at Clint Bowen Construction in Bowling Green.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It'll be Emma Thomas, Tristan Moore, and Bailey Love, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And the Lady Dogs, they scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th, make it a 1-run ball game. They do lead the tying and go-ahead runners on base in the bottom half of the last inning. So now they need a hold so they can set up the walk-off here in the bottom of the 7th. So Thomas digs in against Chandler. Chandler in relief of Womack, in relief of Chandler, and a strike called.
That's always fun to put in a scorebook.
Uh-huh.
But ever since coming back in, Chandler's definitely found a new life.
Yep, this one popped to the shortstop. Making the catch is Katie Wallace, and there's one away.
And since putting some runs on the board, you can tell that Louisiana is excited as well. They're coming back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Having that going in your final at bat, that would be nice. This one bunted off the screen, and this batter, Tristan Moore, has been a thorn in the sides of Louisiana, especially in that big fifth inning. She was trying to give outs.
She really was.
And walked twice.
It was almost like she was just sticking her bat out at one point, and we couldn't find our way across the plate.
There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Obviously, batting sixth in this order, she has the ability to get on, but it's not with that swing. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 out. Chandler's 1-2 pitch on its way. And there's that swing, and it comes up empty. A strikeout of Moore, and there's 2 down. That brings in Bailey Love. You were regretting not wearing the hoodie yet?
I am a little bit. I thought I brought my flannel with me, but I don't think I did. I wore it to work this morning.
The temperature has dropped probably about 15 degrees since the sun went down.
A little cool.
Toasty warm on this side of the broadcast booth. Top of the 7th, 2 down, 13-12 Wildcats, and they're actually going to have a pinch hitter here, and that's number 14, Sadie Senert.
And looked like Coach Calvin had a question about something too.
Well, I think, is that the second time Love's been replaced? I don't know. She might be done for the day, but it's the 7th inning, and there's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Senert.
Kind of an interesting move for your potential last out of the game if you're looking to get something done here.
Look how much on top of the plate she is.
Yeah.
Outside, 1-1.
Somebody who hasn't swung a bat, kind of cold here. Kind of interesting.
Sadie Senert. This one lined off the front of the Bulldog dugout. Ball and 2 strikes. Maybe that's why she's in there.
It was kind of defensive, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so far in.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to swing or
well,
it's going to
actually,
hit me.
it was a strike.
It was.
She's on top of the plate.
She's on top of the plate, yeah.
I mean, she's out of the batter's box on top of the plate.
I think that they should.
Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, and then the umpire gets in the way and doesn't allow Powell to get to it. So the runner reaches first. Strikeout E2.
So that's just an odd series of events there. I think I'd be drawing a line if I were the umpire because they've already had issues with individuals standing at the back of the box too far.
Yeah, she was probably had her toe on the black.
I think she was standing on the plate. Like she continued to move towards the plate as the pitch was coming.
Yeah.
It was almost like she was trying to get hit.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, if you get hit, you get hit. Because guess what? It's my plate. That's what I tell people.
Yep.
If you end up with a broken elbow, sorry about you. It's not my problem, not my insurance bill.
That one misses outside on the first pitch to Tori Orff. Lady Dogs need an out here. Oh, missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
So Orff walked her last at bat.
The 2-0 pitch popped up, out of play. And it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner at first. Digging back in is Tori Orff.
just need one out here so they can head back in to hit.
There's a strike. Beautiful pitch, buckled the knees of Orff, and now it's 2-2.
You can tell Chandler is really locked in. Ever since she came back in, as we mentioned, she's had that regained focus, and she really looks like a different pitcher.
The 2-2, and just got a piece. Foul ball. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs and a runner at first. You think when she was out of the game, did she talk to mom, dad, coach, or did she have a mirror?
Sometimes you just have to sit and reflect.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a coach says something to you like, hey.
Swing and a miss. Pulled the string. They'll throw it down to first anyway, and the final out is recorded. So the Bulldogs will try and walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. They trail Wright City 13-12 from Wallace Park on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia, Reed Insurance Agency, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Throw goes down. Louisiana will have the top of the order. Wallace, Campbell, Powell. If anyone gets on, Maddie Chandler. They need 2. 1 to tie, 2 to win. And Maddie, this game has definitely made up for the 57-minute game we had last week between Ellsbury and Bowling Green.
Oh, yeah. That game last week was probably one of the best games that I have watched in a while, but this one definitely has made up time-wise.
Yeah.
This one
Bunting.
is punted.
And they will throw it into the dirt. It's a leadoff hit. I'm giving her hit all the way.
Oh, yeah. That is a hit by a mile. That was perfectly placed and well executed. She hit it for the longest time. Very, very well done.
So just as they started the bottom of the 1st, they start the bottom of the 7th with a bunt. They were trailing by 2 then. They're trailing by 1 now. Campbell, was she bunting? No, she takes a ball high.
Her last at bat, she had a double to right center field. I mean, she tagged one. So if she could do that here, I think that's a run for the Bulldogs.
Yep, with that kind of speed. Already on the base pass ahead of you. High, ball 2. Two and 0. It's Wegerson in relief of Thomas. Up high, 3 and 0 to Campbell.
Putting some pressure on, and she already knows what Campbell can do. And she knows the pressure situation she's in now. So sometimes pitchers just get nervous, and it's easier to walk at this point.
Walked her on 4 straight. Football team loves it.
In her own head, bringing in Powell.
Powell had a sacrifice back in the 1st inning. Base hits in the 2nd and 4th. Struck out, though, in the 6th inning. She wants to move those runners around here.
The Bulldog dugout is pumped up.
Yeah.
They're dancing and singing and cheering.
1 to tie, 2 to win. 13-12 Wright City. 1st and 2nd, nobody out for Louisiana. This one fouled at the plate, 0-2.
She wanted that one. She was just out in front of it.
No balls, 2 strikes to Emily Powell. The Bulldog catcher digs back in. Wegerson spins the ball, now puts it in her glove, winds and fires, and a ball in the dirt. Powell wasn't chasing there. Ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second is Wallace. The runner at first is Campbell. The 1-2 pitch to Emily Powell. Laid off, took ball 2.
Wegerson is not happy about that one.
Nope. I think that dropped after it crossed the plate.
Came in at the letters, or a little bit higher.
2-2 pitch. This one chopped to the third baseman. They're going to tag the base there, and that's the only out they'll get. Good, smart play by the third baseman, Emma Stats.
And the Bulldogs are lucky there because Stats has a very, very quick throw and a very accurate and hard throw. So the fact that you didn't get 2 outs with that, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah, and that'll bring in Maddie Chandler. This one ripped to the shortstop and back to first, and she dropped it. Oh, that would have been a game-ending double play.
Wow.
What a play by Club. Great throw over to first, but couldn't make the catch over there. Ooh.
That ball was very, very hard hit, though, and there's really nothing you can do about that. There's nothing more that you can ask from an athlete, though.
Yeah.
You can't hit the ball any harder.
Now Bayline, the final hope. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And this one is into the outfield. And cut off by the right fielder. 1 runner score, and we're tied. Bayline drives in Campbell, and we're all knotted at 13 here in the bottom of the 7th. And this thing is still going.
She has delivered big today. And, I mean, that is saying a lot for a freshman. She has delivered big today. She's made some key outs. I mean, she did it in the Ellsbury tournament. She's really, really stepping up for Louisiana.
Now Jenkins digs in with a chance to win it for the Dogs. Weger's in. Up high on her first delivery. 1-0. Triple, reached on an air and walked, also grounded to the shortstop. Actually, the ground to the shortstop was Brylan Stewart.
Yep, Stewart came in for her, and that's when it was grounded to the shortstop. But she had a triple today.
Yeah, triple in the walk. I think that's the only things for Jenkins today, and that one fouled off the screen. 2-1. Two outs, runners at first and second. The winning run in scoring position. Tied at 13. Bottom of the 7th inning, the next. In the dirt, 3-1. She should get something to hit here.
Hitters count.
Womack on deck. Jenkins wants to be the hero. 3-1. High, and the bases are loaded.
So a lot of things could happen here. You know, there could be a run that is walked in.
Wild pitch.
A wild pitch, which has happened already this season. A hit. There's lots of things that could happen. An error. But the Bulldogs have the potential to win this game right here, right now.
Base is loaded, and the batter is Reese Womack.
Looks to be another pitcher warming up for Wright City. I don't know if that's for the JV game or if it's to come into this game.
This one ripped to the shortstop. Has trouble with it. Everyone's safe. Louisiana wins. There's the air. E6, 14-13 is the final. Louisiana comes back from that disastrous 9-run 5th inning and wins this ball game in walk-off fashion, 14-13. Back with the totals in a minute and the Eagle 102 postgame show after this.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Building your forever home can be complicated, but your construction loan doesn't have to be. If you're thinking about building, come see the knowledgeable loan staff at Silex Banking Company. We have the experience to help you through the process, a cost-effective mentality, and the dedication to give you individualized service. For your home construction loan, see Silex Banking Company, your locally owned and operated independent bank. Silex Banking Company, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Reed Insurance in Bowling Green is dedicated to providing the best service in finding insurance policies in senior health care, as well as individual and group health insurance that fit your budget. For the last 10 years, Marla Reed has been writing new insurance policies and resolving issues on policies of those insured. In addition to health insurance packages, Reed Insurance Agency also has experience in writing crop, accident, auto, and commercial packages. Stop by and see Marla at Reed Insurance, 1500 Business, Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
What a ball game as Louisiana comes all the way back and wins this one 14-13, a walk-off win. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th to overcome that disastrous 5th inning where they walked 5 and gave up 9 runs. Gunfire or something going on?
That was a gunshot, yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Always
fun at Wallace Park. But what a win tonight for the Lady Dogs, and one that proves that they're going to fight till the bitter end.
Yes, and so we had a little bit of a taste of that at the Ellsbury tournament over the weekend, but today was really a big taste of that. So after you give up 9 runs in an inning, obviously it was only a 4-run deficit, like we said, but that's still, you have to come back after giving up 9 runs in an inning. And they showed a lot of fight, and to come back and be down to your last out of the game and tied it up and then obviously walking it off, that's really, really big. And to come away with a conference win here, that shows a lot of improvement over the last couple of years and a lot of change that you've seen in Louisiana.
This was not a clean game by any means. Lots of errors, lots of walks, but like we said, a lot of fight tonight to get this 14-13 win. That's a lot of runs, 27 combined runs in this one, including that 9-run inning for Wright City. We'll go through the totals after this. A 14-13 Louisiana win over Wright City on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central Bank of Audrain County and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction.
Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique. Hair, clothes, and home goods all in one spot. Gypsy Soul will dress you from head to toe. Trendy tops, sizes small to 3 extra large, fabulous shoe selection, accessories, and so much more they don't have time to name them all. Put a little gypsy in your life with retail therapy hours, Wednesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, where you can find clothing that's good for your soul. Just off the square in Bowling Green.
At Central Bank of Audrain County in Vandalia, they realize your needs are diverse. That's why you need a bank that has a variety of options to serve you, from free checking accounts to so much more. Central Bank of Audrain County has the perfect solution for you. Remember, when it comes to banking, know that you don't have to go at it alone. Central Bank of Audrain County. Friendly professional staff there to help you every step of the way. Stop by today. Central Bank of Audrain County, 1000 West Highway 54, Vandalia. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia is your #1 stop for residential, commercial, remodeling, and new construction needs. Their product knowledge and exceptional customer service sets them apart from their competitors. So for building materials, plumbing supplies, paint, windows and doors, electrical, hardware items, and more, visit LaCrosse Lumber in Vandalia. The oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
2-hour and 15-minute game. Louisiana walks it off against Wright City, 14-13. And 14 runs on 15 hits for Louisiana, 13 runs on 10 hits for Wright City in this ball game. We're the walk-off crew now.
We are.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. When we team up, there's going to be a walk-off. It's going to take a full 7 innings. And that makes it fun. That makes it this one way different than the last one we did together. The 1-0 break up the perfect game in the bottom of the 7th for a win. That's what Ellsbury did. Tonight, this one was a mess, but it was fun. 14-13, Louisiana walks it off against Wright City. Well, that'll basically wrap it up. We've got more softball coming up on Friday. We're going to have the Silex game against Wentzville one of the Wentzville teams.
Wentzville Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty.
Yep.
And that'll be the 10th anniversary of the Silex 2012 state championship. So that should be fun. That'll lead into our high school football game of the week. We'll be at Van Far as Bowling Green looks for their 4th consecutive win to start the season, while Van Far coming off their first win, trying to make it 2 in a row. That's a tall order, but it's going to be nice going to that new field, seeing the new facilities at Van Far this Friday night. For Manny, Mark, we'll see you next time for more softball right here on Eagle 102. Good night.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1